Hey, seventh grade! Welcome to another fabulous math lesson with Miss Wimmer. Today's learning target is to be able to identify parts of an expression. Here's this word expression coming back to us. More specifically, they are going to be algebraic expressions, which, if you remember, means there is going to be a variable. That variable part is going to be super important. So here's our first expression, 7a plus 4a plus 3b minus 6. We don't have to worry about solving that. That is a different lesson, different day. Today we're focusing on there are different parts of this expression. We want to be able to identify the parts. If you don't have your notes out, they are pink. This would be a great time to get them out. There's going to be 4 things to write, so you possibly need to pause several times. First thing to write is this word term. Term is a product of a number and a variable, or just a number by itself. Pausing would be good. So in this expression, a product of a number and a variable. Product means times. I see 7 times A, that's one term. 4 times A is one term. 3 times B is one term. Or a number by itself, and this is something you have to be super careful of. We're back to that question of, is that a subtraction sign or a negative sign? It is a negative. That's that stuck like glue rule. You squeeze it in there and you add a plus sign. So this particular expression has 4 terms. Now, terms can be more specific if they are a like term. A like term is a term with identical variables. So if you have one term with an M and one term with an X, those would be not like terms because they don't have the same variable. In this particular expression, I do think they are like terms. I see 7a and 4a. That would count as like terms. Pause when you need. Also, if you don't have a variable, that has a special name too. That's called a constant. So the only term I see without a variable is -6. And then lastly, the numbers in front of the variables have a special name called a coefficient. Pause when you need to catch up. I see a 7 in front of the variable. I see a 4 in front of the variable. And I see a 3 in front of the variable. Those would be my coefficients. The whole goal for today is when the expression is given to me, I can identify which part goes with which. So, just working our way down those notes. The next expression I see, 3m minus 2n plus n minus 4. Now, it might not ask you on your notes how many terms there are, but I always check with that first. I see a 3m. Be extra careful here. I see a negative 2n. I see a n all by itself. This reminds me of Friday. Oh yeah, I need to put a 1 in front of that. And then I see a negative 4. So there are 4 terms in this expression. How many of those are like terms? Always look back if you need. Like terms have identical variables. Okay, so which ones have the same variable? 3m and negative 2n? Nope. Negative 2n and 1n? Yep, there it is. Always look back. A constant is a term without a variable. Which one does not have a variable? 3m has a variable. Negative 2n has a variable. 1n has a variable. Negative 4 has no variable. And then coefficient. The number in front of a variable. What's in front of m? 3. What's in front of n? A negative 2 and a 1. Always look back at those notes. Working my way down the notes. 5x, negative 3y, z, negative 2. Really common 7th grade situation. That doesn't look like a negative. It looks like a subtraction. Okay, you make it look like a negative with parentheses stuck like glue. You make it look like a negative with parentheses stuck like glue. That's something also referred to as invisible math. It didn't look like a negative. It really is. It's kind of invisible. Here's something else that's invisible. Why is there no number in front of z? Oh, there is. It's invisible. I write in my own 1 in that spot. So now how many terms are there? 4 again. There must just be 4 every time. Not true. What are the like terms? Identical variables. I see an x. I see a y. I see a z. What are the like terms? None this time. That happens. It could be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. You'd still have none that are like terms. That happens sometimes. Is there a constant? I can't remember what a constant is. I should look back at my notes. Oh, no variable. Is there one? Yes. What is it? Negative 2. What are the coefficients? Numbers in front of a variable. I see a 5 in front. I see a negative 3 in front. I see a 1 in front. Maybe you need to pause to catch up. That's fine. Always fine to pause. Working my way down the notes. The next one I see, 6 plus 2s plus 4s. How many terms are there? 3 this time. Good thing I just didn't write 4 every time like I was thinking before. What are the like terms? Identical variables, 2s and 4s. Is there a constant? What's a constant? Oh, no variable on a constant. Yep, I see it. What is it? 6. Coefficient. I better look back at my notes. Coefficient, the number in front. What's in front? A 2 and a 4. Working my way down those notes. Last one says negative 4x. That doesn't look like an expression. But it is. It has a number, a hidden multiplication symbol, and a variable. How many terms are there? 1. What are the like terms? None. Happens sometimes. Is there a constant? A number by itself? Not this time. Happens. What are the coefficients? I can't remember. Oh yeah, the number in front of the variable. You can pretty much predict what today's worksheet is going to look like. Naming the parts. Be very, 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 very careful of this invisible math. If I was going to do C, one of my coefficients would be negative 2. It doesn't look like a negative, but it sure is. Another coefficient would be 1. It didn't look like it was hiding there, but it was. Invisible math. You are responsible for invisible math. You write it in before you start naming the parts, the pieces. If you don't have a printer or your worksheet, feel free to write on your own paper. That's all for today. Tune in tomorrow. Have a good one.